Hey you guys, just a quick pop on. It's been a minute. I've had some things going on. Boy, do I have some things to tell you guys when I get the chance. I have some new content coming up. I'm going to be getting back to work soon on all the content that people were used to seeing me post. But I've had some changes come up. I have lots to tell you guys. But quickly in this video, I wanted to touch on something that a lot of content creators are dealing with and confronted with on a regular basis. And I'm still learning and growing here on YouTube. I'm still learning with my channel, learning as I go, taking my time with it. I haven't had as much time for my channel and my content as I would have liked to have had. That has really frustrated me all year. But it is what it is. So I ran across some videos the other night where someone was talking about how a lot of channels were being demonetized. Well, I'm not even monetized yet, so I don't have to worry about that, but I'm working on it. I'm getting close. And so it's of interest to me. And it brought up this important point that I think a lot of people have to think about and are confronted with. This particular creator was talking about how certain channels, YouTube was changing their policies and going through and demonetizing certain videos. And if that's what their whole channel was about, that was their niche, then the whole channel was getting demonetized. And I think these particular types of videos were some types of meditation videos where people fall asleep, listening to music. There's no face on there. These people don't show their face. They don't do any talking throughout the video. And it was just these certain types of videos where people could just click on it and it would be hours of peaceful music, maybe a background or some noise of some kind. Or it might have been vocal meditation in the background. I don't know the specifics, but videos like that. And this creator was pointing out that YouTube has these specific things, policies, and certain things the algorithm wants to see and wants to push that's going to get more views, right? And she talked about how YouTube, your videos are going to get demonetized, canceled out if they cannot see your face. You don't put your face in there. And if you don't talk throughout the video, not just the first 10 seconds, not just a little bit in the middle or on the end, but you need to be talking throughout the video. So anyway, it just got me to thinking about how overwhelming it really can be to be a YouTube creator, creating content, and, wanting to be successful at that, but at the same time, not wanting to have to feel like a sellout, not wanting to have to feel like, and all the learning that we have to do here. And you think to yourself, well, is it that some channels just get lucky? They just find that right mix of, if you want to be successful with stuff like that, then there's only a certain amount of things you can do. They like you to do either things that educate or spread awareness or things that entertain. But there are all kinds of successful channels out there. But a lot of times we get confronted with this issue. Wanting to build a channel. I know I did. Now, not everyone may think like that. Some people may be okay with it being like a job. Every YouTube creator is going to be different. Some people may think of it in terms of, I want to be able to work from home. I need to make an income. I don't really care. I'm not creative. I don't care about acting, singing. I don't care what color it is. I don't care about any of the creative aspects. I want to have a successful channel, whatever it is, that will draw in viewers, that will make me an income. It doesn't matter to them. And they're okay with it feeling very rigid like that, very disciplined like that, like a job. Like they get up and do this job every day. I've got to do this, and this is what's going to make the money. And that's okay with them. But you know, a lot of times we run into problems, especially if we are creative minded or we have a certain vision for what we want our content to look like, to be like, or if we have a certain message that we are passionate about, that we want to put out to the public. Whatever that vision is for our channel, a lot of times we can run into trouble with that not being necessarily what the algorithm likes. Not necessarily what's going to catch on and get lots of views. Therefore, we're going to become monetized more quickly or make more money. You see? And a lot of creators, I think, are confronted with, what do I do? And having to find ways to keep their vision, to keep their dream, to stay true to whatever it is that's in their heart or whatever it is they're passionate about, and giving the public quality, truth, accuracy, a good performance, whatever the hell they're doing, but at the same time, having to conform to what YouTube wants, to what's going to be best for making their income, for what the algorithm wants to see, and for what sticks to YouTube's policies, okay? For example, and one reason why this is coming up with me is because I see a lot of people hating on other people in comments and on different videos and on different shorts, and they don't even know this stuff. I see a lot of hate going out, a lot of judgment going out towards creators, and these people don't even know all this. They don't even know this is going on. Many of them probably don't even do anything with their channels, or they're not even, they're just kind of sitting in the background, watching videos, commenting on people's stuff, trolling around. There's a lot of people out there like that. And one reason this came up as an issue for me is because I saw a short the other day where a woman had remixed it. She was sitting there with her face reacting to a different video. Sometimes they call them stitches, remixes, whatever, like on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, the reels, the shorts. Okay, she was reacting to this other video where a man had committed suicide. I don't know what I can and can't say on here, but this was a video about suicide awareness. And she was sitting there reacting to this. And basically, what I gathered from her captions and everything was that she was wanting to spread awareness on this particular situation. Well, there were people in her comment section giving her hate because of this and judgment, saying, look at her. Look at all the followers she has. She's selling out. She doesn't care anything about what she's talking about. She's just out to make money off this person's tragedy. And look at her face. Why does she have to even put her face in the video? Why is she just sitting there like that? Why doesn't she just, if she really cared about a cause, she would leave her face out of it and she would just post about the cause and yada, 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 on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Trolly Mac trolls. I'm sorry, that shit gets on my nerves. Just seeing it all over the place. People that really don't know what the hell people are having to go through and why they do what they do. Okay? So here's the thing. No. You don't know what another person's personal struggle is in their life. These people making all these judgments and comments, you do not know what... You don't know that lady might have had to sit up hours and hours and hours just going through hell in her mind trying to decide what to do with her particular channel because YouTube is going, hey. Again, they've got all these different policies. They are different about what you can do in the short form videos versus the long form videos. And they are going through and demonetizing people. They are going through and telling them, hey, if your face isn't shown, if you don't have a certain amount of this, that, and the other, if you don't speak enough, I'm just saying, certain types of videos their channels are getting shut down. If that's their niche, their videos are getting demonetized. And so I love to spread awareness and make people think, open their mind and think in a very open-minded way before they make a quick assumption like that. An ignorant, uninformed assumption or a judgment like that. Because you don't really know what other people are having to go through behind the scenes. What turmoil they might have had to go through. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, yeah, when you're a YouTube creator, sometimes you have to choose between keeping your integrity, keeping your personal vision, your artistic vision, what you wanted to do, what you wanted to stick to and give to the public versus I'm going to starve. They're going to cut my money. I'm not going to be monetized. I'm not going to make any money for all this trouble that I'm going to. Those are things that creators have to deal with. It would be great if we could live in a world where we all had time where our day job paid enough, or we made enough money, or we had enough blessings and enough savings where we could just sit up and create YouTube content just to share with each other, just for the fun of it and the awareness of it, and not have to worry about income. But that's not the case for most of us. Most of us don't have the luxury of our integrity. Now, you get what I'm saying? A lot of times, it's one of those things, it's on a fine line where we have to go, okay, how can I find a way to keep my integrity, to keep my vision, to keep it authentic, to keep my artistic vision, creative vision, spiritual message, whatever you're doing, selling products or acting or bringing a spiritual message to people, whatever your channel is actually doing, sports channel. There's so many things that people do on YouTube. They reuse and repurpose other people's material as well. And you have to know exactly how to do it. But people, yes, you can do that as well if you do it just right. And those are some of the videos that are getting some of the main views. Repurposed content, and they know how to do it without infringing on any copyrights or doing anything wrong. But I just like to spread that kind of awareness, that you don't ever know what the next person, what battle they are having to go through, what might be going on with their channel, that they're having to choose between their integrity, what they really want to say and do, but what YouTube is coming down on them about, what guidelines they're having to follow, and they were really griping about, why does she have to stick her face in that short? She could have just told about this serious cause without her face sitting there looking like blah. To me, that's just ignorance. People don't know that. They don't know that maybe she had a family member that had committed suicide. They were just really going off on this person. She doesn't care about that cause. She's just trying to make money. She didn't have to stick her face, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, well, how would they have preferred her to raise awareness about the cause? If those are the stipulations on YouTube, that you can't just slap up a news segment about something that happened to someone and your face isn't in it, you have not, these people don't understand. In order to use a piece of work like that, you have to change the value of it. You have to add value to it. In order to reuse other people's original content, and we'd have to get into a whole other video about that because I'm still learning about stuff like that myself. But if it's not your original content and you're going to use a news clip or someone else's original work, then you have to change it. You have to add something to that video with your face, with your voice. You have to change and there are other stipulations as well. You know, it has to bring value. There are certain things. People need to do their research. educate themselves and be aware of these types of things as to why certain creators are doing certain things. And then they would know. But I know that we live in a world where people are always going to sit up and say the first thing that comes out of their mouth, and make really quick judgments about people that they don't, and won't even know what they're talking about. It's always going to happen like that. Really unfair judgments about people that might really be going through something in their life, And so I just wanted to share that insight. I like to spread awareness and help people to open their minds and be mindful of kind of what's going on. And these are some of the things that I face as well as I grow and learn here on YouTube and in my channel, what direction I'm going to be taking in the future, and trying to keep it to where I can keep my integrity, my authenticity. I can make sure to keep my vision of how I want things to be. But at the same time, I can't afford to put all that work in for nothing. I wish I could. I am struggling. I am not wealthy. I don't have that liberty, that luxury. I can't put hours and hours into editing and making, content and time and energy into it. I don't have that luxury. And it never, ever, make any money in the future. Ever, never. I just don't have that luxury. I wish I did. But in order to do that, we are confronted with having to follow certain guidelines and having to find a way to also give the algorithm what it wants, and find a way between our integrity, our artistic vision, our vision for our work or our message, whatever that is, find the balance between keeping that and giving YouTube what they want to see, what the algorithm likes to push that gets views, and staying within the damn rules and boundaries and following the policies of YouTube and the monetization and the partner programs and things like that. Yeah. Those are some things that creators are confronted with dealing with all the time. And I know a lot of you know what I'm talking about. So I'll probably do a part 2 to this and talk about it a little bit more as I learn and go forward. But I just wanted to put that out there. It's something for people to think about as you're watching videos on YouTube, as you're watching shorts, and you're observing these creators, and you're wondering why a lot of them do what they do. Why she put her face like that? And why this, that, and the other? There's a lot more to it than the average person thinks. If you're not creating on YouTube or you're not creating videos, there's a lot more that goes into this than you would think. A lot of times it's them having to go beyond what they originally wanted to do. It's them having to compromise and find the balances between their own vision of what they want their videos to be and go along with what YouTube wants to a degree. Finding that balance is a hard thing to do. That's what's going on. They're having to try, and some people get lucky and find that balance, I guess, and they are able to do exactly what they want to do on YouTube and keep their integrity, and they are walking in their truth, whatever that video is, that production is, however they want it to be, and they are within the guidelines and the rules of policies of YouTube. They are safe, and they are also feeding the algorithm what it wants to see, and some people can meet all those balances. It takes work, okay? I don't think it's just luck. It takes work and discipline, studying and researching, and trial and error and consistency. Keep on keeping on and not giving up, being determined to have a successful channel. But like I said, some people go all different directions. Some people don't care about that balance. Some people don't give a flip shit about integrity. They don't give a flip shit. They'll do anything. I'll do whatever the hell YouTube seems to like. I don't care how shallow, how superficial. I don't care what I have to do. Just as long as it gets hits. But there's a lot that goes into YouTube. The wording, the way people word their titles, the keywords, the face, the way they do everything. There's a lot more that goes into it than just the average viewer may realize. Oh, yes. Yes, they are doing things for a certain reason. But like I say, some people don't give a flip shit about that balance. They'll do anything just to have successful videos that take off, that people click on the shit, make that money. Some people really do care, and they will struggle to compromise with YouTube and try not to, go too far with compromising their artistic vision, compromising their message or their integrity, but at the same time, give the algorithm what it wants. They'll try to find the balances, and some people will not compromise whatsoever. They will stick to their integrity, stick to that artistic vision, and, see how that works out. See if slowly but surely that pans out and gets views for them and they can become successful like that. To me, I say you need a balance. I say it's best to learn the YouTube algorithm. It's best to learn everything that you can about what is popular, how to word things,